Is the music kind of like stopping and starting for you guys as well, or is it just me? Hey Ronald. Hey Uniform Banjo. Yeah, sleep is definitely not necessary. Cool. I think we'll give it a go with the setup we've got and see if that makes any difference. So we're going to continue with the Demon Knight that we did last time. And we'll just basically crack on with this. Make sure I've got the layers right. And yeah, we'll just start doing a bit of the final rendering. Just take it from there. Right, where should I start? Start on one of the horns. Figure out where it's going. She could be Shira's mortal enemy. You're right there, Minecraft. Although I'm starting to think the green screen is probably my mortal enemy by the end of this. By the end of my live streams, I will eventually get it sorted. Koi-Fish did help me with possible solutions, so I've just done one of those. Just tweaking the solution he came up with, and it's looking stable so far. Hi Venomized Toothless, how's it going? Let's see. I think that's going to be shaded. So, who's got anything they want to know, or any questions for me, whether it's to do with the channel or videos, or just anything really, or anything art in general? I think I'll give a few more strands in the hair on the Demon Knight just to make it a bit more interesting when we do the highlights. Dragon Ball characters as dinosaurs. That's an interesting idea. I have thought about doing something with anime characters and Dragon Ball characters on the channel, which will be quite cool. I've also thought about a few other things I can do, and kind of trying to figure out something unique and different, or a series that's not being used. As much as I like the fact that my content's quite fun and quite similar at times to another content creator out there, I do also want to have my own spin on things a little bit more. So I will be doing a few other series that I haven't done before. But no, that does sound like a cool idea, doing some Dragon Ball characters. I'm a big fan of Dragon Ball, so definitely could have a lot of fun with that. Venomized Toothless, you've got a sore throat. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. I know there's, now that everyone's back to interacting all over the place, or here in the UK at least, everyone's sort of like getting sore throats and that, which is well, it's just that time of year really, but yeah. I suppose the question is, are there any other series, sort of like anime ones, that everyone's a big fan of that we could possibly do videos on? Venomized Toothless, I've got no idea if he's in the chat today. He's not here with me at the moment. So I've got no idea. He might pop in, he might not. It is kind of random, although it just depends on what's going on with him, really. But I think at some point he will be back on a live stream. Can't promise when though. I've been idea to put my phone on silent. Suppose question, get your guys, well, to get everybody here thinking, what should we do for a background behind the character when we're finished? Should we make it a bit abstracty? Should we make it kind of like a demonish dimension or something? Should we just make it a bit dark and sinister, or should we just make it kind of like the generic ones I use in the videos? Chuck your thoughts in the comments or in the chat. Cattle or castle? Although I think it would be quite cool to, yeah, to potentially do something on the background that's unique to this illustration. I'm also planning to do planning to put some of the artwork on some merch, or at least have it as posters you guys can get, as well as maybe some do some downloadable packs of some of the line art and that. Just something that could be quite fun. Hey Galahound, no worries. You're not late to the stream, it's still going. I think I did start it a couple minutes early though, so... Although we already had the green screen at the start. My Hero Academia's Transformers? Possibly. That will combine two quite cool ideas. Let's get the shading on her face. Right, I'm not exactly sure how I've planned the lighting on this. I'm pretty much just winging it on her details on her face at the moment for the lights and shadows. I think it's going to be more a case of see if I can get that demonic look, but at the same time not quite as sinister. I think one of the most difficult bits that anybody finds when they do their the colouring process isn't necessarily picking the colours. It's not necessarily working out where some things go. I think it is working out the lights and the shadows in certain parts, especially on something simple like the face. Looking like a huge cave system. It probably does if it's the underworld. Kind of like the old-fashioned movies where they've got like the caves with the pits of fire and stuff. There's the kind of like version of hell or demonic realms that most people kind of envision. But It could be a place with a sky, another world that's got sunshine, they think the same as us. It's just different rules. How do I handle the business side of my artwork? I know that printing and framing your work ain't cheap, so how do you estimate an appropriate price? That varies. It also depends what service you use. So I'm going to try out Teespring, the same place Popcross uses, just because they allow you to do posters, and it's print on demand, so they will handle the printing and the delivery for it. I upload the artwork and make sure it's fine from samples, and then they take care of the rest, which is perfect for that side of things. But I guess it's a case of working out the... In that case, they have a base cost of what it'll cost to print it, make it, ship it, send it out per item, and then you just add on top of that a certain amount to say, I want this much profit, so you get something back. When it comes to doing it myself individually, it depends where I am. So if I'm at a small Comic Con, that's maybe a few thousand people going to it, my A3 artwork can range anywhere from £15 to £20 for a single piece, maybe 20 for two by the end of the day. But then again, that depends if it's hand drawn, if it's digital, how many I've printed. Usually I print them myself, A4. Anything A3 I'll order in. And the two sites I have used in the past are, well, the one site I have used in the past to get prints is Vistaprint. Really good quality that comes back from there, and my artwork on the wall from the last stream is from, the printed ones are from Vistaprint, and they've come out really good quality. But then I'd have to distribute them, which means that the business side kind of drops a little bit for being able to do the art. I guess in terms of estimating your price is look for similar stuff around the same quality of what you can do and go for an average of that, and then just adjust it over time. I will tell you this now though, you'll never get the price right the first time you try it. You'll either be too expensive or too cheap. It won't be quite the price that will get it. But on the flip side of that, if someone really wants your artwork and really likes it, they will buy it. I had one person at a Comic Con ask me to hold a piece of artwork because I couldn't take card at the time. I didn't have anything to take the card payments, and they went off to a cash point and came back about an hour later with the money to purchase the piece before the end of the day. They really wanted the original piece of artwork, not a printed version, which is brilliant. But yeah, it's a bit tricky, but I kind of just try and balance it. It's between cost and making a bit of profit, but as much as you could make a lot of profit, the cost might not be affordable. So it's finding that balance between how much you want your artwork to go out there and how much you want to make from your artwork. Red Knight says, have I watched Fate? Is that the Fate series with the Holy Grail and stuff? And the heroes that come back, like the Saber class and that? Because if it is, I've definitely watched pretty much all of them. I think all of them. Fate Save the World, Fate Apocalypse, and there's a few other ones which are really good. Hey Justin, welcome to the stream. Justin, no, we haven't got a name for her yet. So I'll tell you what guys, whack some ideas in the chat for possible names and we'll do a poll on it after we get a few. Would that be the Futurama meme where it's shut up and take my money? Because that'd be nice if people did that. That'd be amazingly awesome for that one. I have started a Save That Kind of Artistic Kid fund, which has been linked at the bottom of some of my videos. I thought it'd be quite fun to just have something where if people wanted to support the channel they can. There's no obligation to. I'm not expecting anybody to. It's purely if you feel like it, you want to, and you know, it's not going to put you in any, you know, it's not going to cause you any issues or anything. But yeah, I thought because you guys always want to sacrifice him, I may as well try and save him. He is my son. Truth be told, it'll probably just go towards returning stuff back to you guys on the channel when that happens. What else is happening lately? We're not far from 2k subs, so I'm hoping to get there at some point. That will be quite fun to do. In fact, let's... Well, I was talking about that and you know, getting to 2k subs. I know Koifish has finally got to 2k subs today, so if he's in the stream, congrats to him. He's been very supportive for the channel, and you know he's helped out a lot with some technical issues in recent days. So I do appreciate his help and feedback and inviting me onto live streams in general. So be sure to pop on by to his channel later on and just say congratulations to him if you haven't already. If anybody's new here, he does gaming. He streams gaming, playing games such as Cuphead is the main one, and then he's got a new series which is a Game Genie series where they go through retro games. Him and SS Davin, and they yeah, they play those and they host it in turns, which is quite good. Also, if anybody wants to join the community on the Discord, feel free. There's a link in the channel banner, and I'm not sure if there's a link in the description. There might be, but if not, I'm sure one of our mods can find it if anybody wants it. Yeah, but in the last sort of like week and a half, I'm going to try and get to 2k subs on the channel, so be sure to like the videos or the live streams and leave your comments, and if you generally like the video, like it, but yeah, be sure to help out where you can, and we'll get to that next milestone, which will be awesome. Oh, do we have any really big My Hero Academia fans on the channel? Currently in the sort of like in the chat. Is anybody a massive fan of My Hero Academia? We've got a couple. Well, you guys will be pleased. Friday's video is around My Hero Academia, but that's all I'm going to say on it. I've got to finish recording and sorting it out, but it is going to be a fun one. I always love this part where you start adding sort of like the light to it with a brush tool, and you just build up the areas with the different size brush tools to just pretty much just make certain aspects pop on the character. Doesn't even have to be sort of like super heavily done. It just starts bringing it to life. Oh, Ronald, I won't do any spoilers. If I do a Dragon Ball video, it's I will literally just have the artwork, and I will go on the personalities of the characters, set in whatever they're set in, or whatever twist I've done on it. It'll probably be more towards that. I do appreciate some people haven't seen all the series and stuff yet, but when you do get up to it after Dragon Ball Z, I hope you watch Dragon Ball Super, because that was amazing. And if you can watch Dragon Ball GT, that was a canon spin-off, but it's got some really cool aspects to it. But as I said, no spoilers, just, yeah, go for it. And I think they had something like, was it 13 or 18 or 19 movies before the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie? So, quite a lot to watch in that. 80s cartoons into modern cartoons would be interesting. Oh, what? You kind of like modernise the styles of them? Because that would kind of be interesting. So what? I'm going to, for once, group these layers so that we can... oh, maybe not. I won't group those layers just yet because it kind of breaks everything, which I was not aware of. It kind of takes off the clipping mask, which is a bit of a pain. How about Hollow Knight crossed over with D&D? That would go well as peanut butter and chocolate. I have spotted that comment on the on one or two of the videos, Galahound19. I do want to do something with Hollow Knight. I haven't figured out what exactly. D&D is fun, and I do want to do some more stuff with it. Especially with the kind of maybe turning things into monsters aspect. So taking characters and making them D&D monsters. I am having a lot of fun with Nexum and the mech armor, taking monsters into mech armors, so maybe putting some stuff into the D&D universe as based on some of the existing monster races from other series other than Minecraft would be quite cool. It is a lot of fun doing those, if I'm completely honest with you guys. I really do enjoy coming up with the lore on those and having a bit of fun to try and figure it all out. Some of the lore, because I'm relatively new to D&D, I played it once and I still need to pick that up with some of the guys that I work with, but basically in terms of stuff like the lore and that, it's all new to me, so I kind of learn it as I go along and then hopefully I'm doing it justice. Although, since it seems to be one of the more popular series on the channel, I think I might be doing it enough justice. I think I want to do a pattern in the eye.
Create videos for your business with hundreds of templates designed to.
We're gonna have adverts throughout this. What do you reckon? Pattern in the eye? Yeah, I quite like that. We'll tweak it in a bit if we need to. Make him a bit obscure on both. It's looking a bit nicer. Red Knight, I see you are here. I don't know if that was to me or to anybody else, but I know you're here. Oh, Justin, I'm afraid it's not. But that's not a bad guess for what it might be for My Hero Academia. Oh, okay. What if I was an Omnitrix user video? Oh, that could be interesting. The only slightly worrying thing for me on that is I'd have to draw myself as a cartoonish character. That might... We'll get back to on that one. As much as I can draw other characters and make characters up, drawing yourself is a completely different thing. And I have done it before in more of a realistic vector style, but I haven't really done a cartoon one. Maybe I'll make that community redraw at some point. I'll give a load of options like me or the narrators or something and get people to design them, and then I redraw them in my style. Or maybe I can do it as a sort of like a Discord thing for a unique role. Something that might be quite fun and interesting. I'm not entirely sure yet, but it's a possibility. It's not bad for that bit there. Let's go back down here and do some more of the shadows. How about taking Demon Slayer characters and turn them into Western gunslingers? That would be quite interesting. Demona is a name from Gargoyles. Oh, I used to love that program with Xanados and Goliath. That takes me back. That series is actually on Disney Plus at the moment. I haven't watched it. Welcome, Omen Heart. Glad you can make it. Justin likes the name. Is it Raina? Rana? I think Raina. Oh, what is my favourite servants in Fate? Sorry, in Fate. I said Fate then. In Fate. That's difficult. I do like the Saber one, but it depends on what Fate series, because I do like the first one I ever watched, I think, was Stay the Night with the young Archer, and I think the main bad guy were... There's three variations of the same character in it. That was really good. I really enjoyed that series. It was more the story for that. Kept me on my toes quite a bit throughout that, which was a really nice treat. Down some more. Oh, I didn't notice that last time. We've got a bit of colour that didn't get done. I did not notice that last time. I've just fixed that now. One of the perks of doing it in a two-part live stream. I get to fix things as I go along. How do we want the light on the character? I suppose this would be fairly... I suppose around sort of like the upper body it's going to be fairly lit, and then coming down to the waist it's going to be quite shadowed, and then we're going to have it... Yeah, okay, so that's fine. shadow bits need to come through a bit. That probably work. Give the impression something's over itself. Omenheart, you've got an idea for community redraw? Feel free to say it. I'm always open for community redraw ideas. I do have October's pretty much planned out though, but future ones after that I am looking for ideas for. Although October being October, we all know that it's probably going to be a bit of a creepy month on my channel. I will do my usual variations, but I will also do a few Halloween themed stuff because, well, Halloween's in October, which is quite fun. Got to do the seasonal stuff. I believe Galahound, I have that on the list. I think you suggested that the last stream or something, and I took that out and I put it on my community redraw list. So that is one of the options I have to do at some point. Create the jungle one once I figure out the best way to do it. As much as I do like doing twists on the redraws, there will be a few, and I'm not going to say which ones, that will have ooh, let me change that back. That will have a straight redraw. Just something nice and simple, and the lure will be done, and it'll be a straight redraw, and it'll be quite cool. Satana, 3, 2, 1, boo. Welcome to the stream. I'm not sure if you've been on a stream before, but welcome. If I pronounce anyone's names of their wrong off their users and that, just bear with me. It's kind of hard to get them right when you read them to how they're said sometimes, but yeah. I got a question. I'm gonna start. What's everyone's take? DC or Marvel? Which one do you prefer? Just in general. I'm not going to start the whole argument of why. Just which one do you prefer? DC or Marvel? Or if it's something else. Or if that's a question that should never be asked, then just say should never ask it. Justin, I was thinking of doing something like that on a Halloween theme. Potentially taking cute characters and turning them into strange, creepy creatures. I just haven't got very far with the fleshing out the concept of that one. I do find though a few guys seem to be able to pick up what I'm going to be doing before I even post anything for it, which is kind of cool. But every time I put a teaser out that's really vague, a couple of you guys get it, and I have to fight liking the comment just because of the fact I don't want to give it away too soon in the first teaser. But yeah, I know a culprit for that has been Galahound. You're a very good culprit for being able to guess it on very little information at all, which is absolutely amazing. I have said before, you know, perhaps you've read my mind or something, you know. I swear you're spying on me. But yeah, Galahound the spy. But no, yeah, I do want to do something with the whole Halloween theme. Cute monsters, well, cute characters or something, or submissions being turned into monsters is quite a fun idea. So it's definitely a possibility. Although saying that, we've got to get this month's redraw out the way, so best focus on what's first to be done. A lot of you guys like Marvel, but I have a question. Minecraft, why not lately? Well, I'm afraid Minecraft, the one flaw with bribing that kind of artistic kid with finding out what I'm doing up for videos is he doesn't often know, or I'd say doesn't know, sometimes he's not even interested in what I do on the channel. You know, if it's a cool thing or it's a suggestion he's made and it just happens to be a really good suggestion that I think it's going to do something with those anyway, but he also spins a bit better, then he gets really interested. But he's in his teenage years and he quite enjoys being, I wouldn't say fickle, but being more spur of the moment with stuff. Wait, did I lose all my... Oh no, I know why. That's fine. I'm redoing some that I've done already. I also know my lighting's a bit wrong on this. Potentially, if the lights... Oh, I'll figure that out in a bit. For Love and Thunder. I watched that the other night. I kind of get what you mean by what you've put, but I also think the thing to bear in mind is Phase 4 is a kind of in-between phase in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's kind of in between... It's the phase where a lot of the characters kind of have personal growth and transition into what they will become in the Marvel Universe. So there are a few bits where they've done that. But I can't... Don't hate me for this, but I kind of liked it for the change of pace and that. I just... Yeah, I get what you mean. I just... I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but... There's a few bits in it that were just like... Wait, what? It's the best way I can describe it, and that's all I'll say. If you want to know, watch it. It is on Disney Plus, and it's free at the moment. I say free at the moment, it's going to be free as long as you've got Disney Plus. But yeah, it's it's not a bad film. What's we got? Oh, so how is it coming along? I've got a number picked of what I'm doing. I've picked a load of them already now. I've started rewriting the lore for one of two that I had to put in there. And all I can say is there's something lined up to do with the community redraw that someone's going to go absolutely insane over. But that's all. I'm not saying anything else, just I know someone's going to go absolutely insane over it. Justin, yes, he has his rebellious phase. He's in all fairness, he's not that bad actually. He is rather well behaved and stuff still, but yes, he is entering the teenager rebellious phase. Oh my god, I've just noticed something else I haven't done on this. It's all great doing the artwork. I must have been really tired last time. We'll blame it on me being super tired last time, because I didn't even do the sword, the kind of like the hilt of the sword. Kind of the same as the skin colour, which, although that's quite cool, that kind of needs to be... There we go. See, we all make mistakes, even us YouTubers who draw on a regular basis. We still miss little bits out. Thankfully though, I don't tend to miss them, touch wood, I don't tend to miss them that much when I do a video. I miss bits in my editing that some people have picked up on. Can't remember who said it, but I think Uniform Banjo might have said it at one point, or someone else did. I can't remember. They kind of... Oh wait, I think it... No, sorry. It was Shazin. He said he can see when I make a mistake, and he kind of likes the fact I continue sometimes. But he also doesn't like the fact I don't edit it out. To which my response is, he just see how many mistakes I make in speaking the lore before I've edited them out on some of them. Because it's not always that easy to in the words of Evan and Caitlin, who are YouTubers, words are hard, and they are very difficult to do at times. Especially when you put voices on for your characters. But yeah, words are hard. Oh, just saw your comment. If you're still there, Red Knight, before you disappear, thank you for joining the stream, and we'll catch you later. If not, and you come back and watch this later, thank you for joining the stream, and we'll catch you later, and I hope you enjoy the rest of it when you get a chance to watch it. What happened to the second green woman? I didn't see her at the beginning of the movie. Are you on about Gamora? Have you watched Endgame? Gamora. Endgame explains that. I'm pretty sure Endgame or one of the ones afterwards explains that. It's more a spoken bit than a visual bit, so I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't watched it. I mean, by now everybody should have probably watched it, but you know, I don't want to spoil it for people who don't know. But I'm sure that gets explained. Basically, what happened to her. Uniform Banjo digital art is very difficult. I'm glad I'm using an Apple Pencil and it's touchscreen, because I used to have a Intuos, which was great on certain programs, and I could draw really well with that. But on other programs, it was a bit more of a nightmare to actually draw and have it how I wanted it to be. Just because it's, you look at the screen and you draw there where you're looking at the screen, you can't actually look at the tool that you're using. It took a while to get used to it, and then a little bit later over time, or eventually I was able to get the iPad and Apple Pencil, and in comparison it is amazing. It's just so much easier, but digital art is very hard at times. Then again, traditional art is a lot harder depending on what you're doing. How's that looking? Normally I do a section, then I add all the other bits to it, but I'm thinking because of how complex these sections are, it might be easier to do the shadows first, then come back again later. What do you guys think? Should we do the shadows first and come back later, or should we just do it how we're doing it and we just take it section by section? Omenheart, how is your digital drawing coming along? Are you succeeding with it? Actually, I can do it that way. I think the only thing I do wish with the Procreate software, or if you're screen recording, I wish there was a way built in to set screen record and it doesn't record the interface over the top. It's just what you're doing in the real time that you're doing it. I think that would be a really nice bit, so that you don't always get the color window pop up or the layer bit pop up, because what you're seeing on screen is basically the real estate I've got for the videos. So when you see the video, you basically, I have it here, but to get rid of the extra bits, I've kind of zoomed into here sometimes, depending on what's been done. And it's, as much as it's not the end of the world, I would like to have a clearer one to do. Although I still have to do for you guys an illustration using Photoshop, one using Photoshop, one using Sketchbook like Popcross, and one using Procreate in the same video. Do 3 different illustrations using the individual ones. That'll be quite cool. And I will do that on a video at some point. I will not do it on a community redraw because I would have to start that before the submissions actually came in. As soon as the first submission comes in, I would have to literally create that in one of the programs that I'm not familiar with and lock that in. Unfortunately, I don't always do that. Full disclosure, the quicker the submission comes in on email and on Discord, the higher the chance that you may get into it if you have not been in one before. But I also like the fact that people on Discord can't see what's emailed in, so they get a nice surprise, because we do get email submissions, which is really, really good. Some people do send them through email, so I do like the fact that some of what we get in is kind of a surprise. So I kind of pick a mixture of both when I do the redraw selection. I'm kind of giving you guys my way of working, really, in terms of community redraws, but I think it's nice to be fair and to have it where if you're in one redraw, you're not guaranteed to be in one straight after, unless you've done, unless it's something I have to draw, you're like, oh my god, this is amazing, I've got to do it, or other circumstances. But that's not to say it won't happen. The more we get, the more we're going to put more into a randomizer and then just hit a button. Owen Hart says, I made a sketch of the dragon in Paint 3D, finalising it on Photoshop when at school, currently on my 3rd or 4th week. That sounds awesome. What 3D software did you use for it? I'll be interested to know what software you used for that, because I've used a number of 3D softwares over the years, and yeah, just really curious how it, what you're using. This woman is now my sleep paralysis demon for a bad reason before a good reason. Maybe she could have a paralysing stare. And thanks, Minecraft Transformers. I'm glad you like how this is coming out. It's really weird when you see the flats of an image and then you see the rendered version, or you see the process, like the flats and the rendered bit, to see the difference. But it's the bit I enjoy the most. Other than, well, sometimes I enjoy the actual line art, the sort of like the penciling stage before inking. There's a stage in between penciling and inking on traditional and digital that just looks, it's got a unique feel to it and it just looks amazing. I'm kind of curious, how many people have we got watching at the moment? And how many likes are on the video? I don't have the details up currently, so I'm just wondering where we're at for this for today's stream. Although I'm happy, like I said before, I am super happy to have 5 people follow the stream all the way through, or have, you know, 10 people dipping in and out consistently, as I am if I ended up with 100,000 people watching. Although if that happens, I will need a ton more moderators, because that will be insane. Let's do that. Nine likes, 5 watching at the moment. That's not bad. We seem to have a consistent 5, between 5 and 10 watching on the stream, so I'm happy with that. Obviously, as things pick up and the channel grows, I would love to get more on the live streams. I might also just pick a topic and just say I'm doing that on the stream, like the Shredder Venomized one. Just pick a random, just pick a topic and then just go for it. She gives the face that Yellow Diamond does when Parrot roasts a Steven Universe, but instead you're also paralysed from moving. Ah, fair enough. What game do I think deserves its own Netflix series? Your folks' Overwatch. I'll tell you what. I'm going to say Titanfall. I know it's like you know, we've got Pacific Rim and that's done and stuff on Netflix and that, and it's similar. But I think a Titanfall 2 one with all the factions would be quite cool, because you've got like the robot faction, you've got the kind of Marauders, you've got the actual kind of like the military good guys that you are through the campaign. So I think that would be quite a cool one, and and obviously you've got the different mechs and you can customise them, so you can have a bit of fun with that. I only say Titanfall 2 because I was playing it earlier though. In terms of other games that might deserve it, I would be curious to see Fortnite as a series, but more of the, not with all the characters like the enemies and stuff, with the actual their original characters like Drift and stuff, and Raptor and that, you know, the ones that are true Fortnite characters rather than the specials they brought in like Darth Vader and all this stuff. You kind of want it to be, those guys, because that would be so much fun. I suppose the question is, what would other people like to see as a Netflix series? Because it's just my opinion, but, and I know Overwatch would be quite a cool one, but I'm just curious what others might want to see. Pretty much open it to the floor of everybody going out. Yeah, what do you guys want to see? Okay, the lighting is not completely realistic on this, just because I want to highlight a few areas just so that we can kind of see them better. I'm going more for that semi-realistic cartoony vibe than super realistic on this one, just because of the fact that I think it would work rather well with the design. And with showing off some of the aspects where the actual armour sits. Obviously, majority of it's going to be right, but yeah. Hey, Koi Fish. Wait, you've got an incoming hurricane? have we got a name for this hurricane? And hopefully it's not going to hit your area. It'd be your lucky it hits when you're streaming and you get another power cut though, but... Sorry, I couldn't resist. But no, seriously. Is that like a regular thing where you are? Like, well, say regular thing over in America and that side of the world, they do happen, but damn. The cast of Cobra Kai. Galahound. I've got no idea what I'm doing for background. I kind of opened that up to the chat, so I think we might have a poll of suggestions when I get to that part of the stream. I think we can maybe come up with some group decisions on that, because I haven't got a clue at the moment. And my voice went really funny then, so I apologise for how that sounded, but I really don't know. Yes, I don't do that there. Koi, you missed it at the start. We had Fiona is hitting us east coast of Canada. Damn. Can we get somebody to draw me as an anime character? If you're on the Discord, there is a fan art section, so be sure to drop any designs you want to put in there. That would be quite cool, and yeah. If we get a kind of design or a style that works really well, I might even turn it into the Discord banner once we unlock that on the channel, on the Discord. I think we're several boosts away from that though, of like a server boosting. So I tend to boost the server when I have some spare cash to unlock features for you guys, which is quite fun, quite cool. As I kind of said before, the link to the Discord, if you haven't already got it, is in the it's in the description and on my channel banner. There's a link. Koi, you missed a green screen session right at the start, but I changed it from the resolution to high and put buffering on, and it seems to be fine so far, touch wood. No other instances, so I'm hoping next stream going to be sorted. But I did do I also did a shout out to you, congratulating your 2K mark, and thanking you for all your tech help and that, and telling people to go over and say congrats on your channel if they haven't done so already after the stream. I know some people can multitask, but you know. In fact, I probably said that and lost like 10 viewers off the stream going, koi fish, let's go. Woohoo. Also did some mentioning about the Save That Kind of Artistic Kid Fund I've set up, which is basically just a fancy way of, or fun way of saying about, you know, supporting when you can, if you can, don't feel you have to do it, type thing. And then just saying about a few plans for going forwards, like pushing to hit that 2K mark by the end of the month. Oh, now I've got to do the cape. How long have we been going for? Currently. Does anybody know? Oh, about an hour. It's not too bad then. I gotta say, koi fish, I agree. It's awesome when you get a load of creators in the same kind of range of growth on the channel, and then we all help each other grow. It's been awesome. Who's donating to the cause of pizza for everybody who doesn't save that kind of artistic kid fun? Go for Dude 88 is buying the pizza because Loki is his cat and you're all trying to sacrifice him to Loki. Sacrifice that kind of artistic kid to Loki, so therefore he should be footing the bill. Go for Dude, if you watch this and you just joined, enjoy. I know he might be late to the stream, or he might miss it and catch up on it later. So by saying that, I've kind of just dropped him in it for pizza duty. Yeah, I think the character's coming along quite nicely here. Definitely going to do a background, and potentially we may start another. We may start another one or something, or do a Q&A or something. I'm not sure yet. Depends what time it is when we finish this, to whether we start one or we plan what's coming into another. Pretty much into another stream. I will be doing potentially a stream. I'm not sure about next week, but I'd say maybe the first week in October I'll possibly do a stream. It'll be within the first 2 weeks at that point. I'm doing that push for the watch time as well, but I'm also enjoying doing the live streams, and I say it each stream, but I'm enjoying interacting with everybody in the community and those that are watching, just doing the streams and having some fun. And yeah, I can't do one next week though, as much as I would love to, just because of the community redraw that's happening. I've got to knuckle down and get that out the way and do all the art and the recording for that. It takes a lot longer, as you can imagine. Coming up with elements for that, as well as the especially if I do a twist on things. But I can tell you that it is going to be a fun one, and there's some awesome submissions that have come in, which is always good fun. Right, let's do this one. That's not too bad. So now, do you want a pink light? No, she's got pink. Maybe a blue or green. Expect some people joining up and going, "What's he doing? He's adding blue on her hair." But basically, the whole concept of this is just to add a bit of, well, it's highlight, but it's what they call a rim light. It just goes in the shadowed areas where it could pick up some of the It's supposed to be a background colour, but I just wanted a colour that'll stand out more than anything else. Just initially to find the character a little bit. Just on a few elements. Do you know, it'd be awesome? It'd be awesome if the channel just got raided randomly from someone else's stream coming along around about now. I don't even know if it's still a thing on YouTube, channel raids. I know you can redirect to ones afterwards, kind of like pre-planned, but I don't know if you can get if you actually get raided by people very often anymore. Anyone know? I think I've picked the most difficult pose to add rim lighting to on a character yet. Or rather, I've done the lighting in such a way it's not easy to add the rim lighting to all the designs. Raids are starting to become possible via a chat link. Still not quite like Twitch, but it's getting there. Yeah, I know you can also set up a redirect in your control panel. As soon as your stream ends, it will send everybody you know, or everybody who's watching, the next thing that plays for them can be the next live stream you're going across to, which is quite good. But obviously that requires having it set up to your live stream with another channel, and you know you're going to end at this time exactly, and it's going to go over to them, and it's going to, you know, it's similar content to what your subscriber base or your subscriber base, what your community, which is the better term, have an interest in. Because ideally at the end of the day, if I was to send you guys off to, say, I'll use Koi as an example. If I was to send you off to his live stream to play Cuphead afterwards, it would ideally be on a stream or a video that I've done Cuphead on, and shoot that off that way. If it was Minecraft Transformers, it might be a Transformer video or a Minecraft one and send it off that way. So that's kind of the way to look at it for those being used. I just don't know if anyone's actually used them before or made sufficient use of them. I know for a fact I haven't. What have we got? We can try to draw her parents next stream. Are you on about this demon character? Like draw her parents next stream? I think for the next one, I wouldn't mind maybe drawing one of the narrators, or doing something a bit more, where I'm having fun creating these characters, a bit more kind of like turn something into something else, something more kind of the focus of the channel that we do, so that we've got that variety. As much like when we Venomize Shredder, maybe take something and turn it into a dragon, and maybe we can come up with some lore as we're doing it. And once we've done the lore, I might be able to take the stream, take what's on the screen for the stream here, and whack it into something else. Go for dude. The only thing you missed is if there's a fund for not saving that kind of artistic kid and he gets eaten by Loki, you're paying for the pizzas. And talking about that kind of artistic kid, back again at 11 PM because he couldn't sleep, looking so good, good so far. Well, thank you, that kind of artistic kid. It's nice to know that you're jumping on the live streams and helping the watch time. But no, it's good that you made it to the stream. Everything good your end? Other than the not being able to sleep? You were asked about early on in the stream to see if you'd actually be here. Ooh. The only drawback of gesture controls is that sometimes when you go to move stuff, you do get the odd extra set of things show up. We also gave a hint out for Friday's video. It's going to be My Hero Academia related, but that's as far as the hint's gone for everybody. I haven't said what I'm actually doing with them. They were planning to bribe that kind of artistic kid to say, but if he does know, I recommend he doesn't. This is where I look up and he's put it in the chat, yeah? Go for dude, which drawing? He's done like about 20 this week on the server, on Discord. And each of them are awesome. You've got the Pac-Man, the Kirby. Oh, you want about the Loki ones? The ones that he's tweaking for you. That he did like this demon, like little Loki form. Galahound, that would be awesome. And I did think about doing something Warhammer related, but I have a confession. I did not think of doing something Warhammer related until after I saw Popcross's video and thought that looked amazing. I could have so much fun with that. So I will do something Warhammer related, but it's not going to be just yet. I don't want to jump on the bandwagon straight after an awesome idea like that. Just that DC Batman Warhammer crossover was just genius. That was just brilliantly done. That kind of artistic kid. If you know what my video on Friday is going to be, because I don't know if you actually know for this week, the one that's My Hero Academia related, do not mention it in the chat or to anyone on Discord. I've told them that sometimes you don't know, and other times, you know, not to mention it. I don't think you know. Maybe you do. I can't remember if I had the conversation with you, but that's about it. I can't remember if we spoke about it the other day, to be honest. So if you don't recall anything or you don't have anything in mind for what you think it is, then that's fine. Justin, My Hero Academia Black My Hero Academia Black Clover crossover is not the video for Friday. However, that is quite a fun idea. I have to say, I love all the ideas that you guys come up with. However, I don't think my Notion element is fully liking it, because the list just never seems to end. I take a video off and I got like 6 more go on, which is brilliant for having stuff to do. Difficult for being able to get through the list, but it's all good fun. I do enjoy it. I would rather have millions of suggestions from you guys than be struggling to figure out what you guys want to see. Go for Dude. I have got a demon episode planned. I've got a few demon things planned during October. However, I don't know if they're going to continue anything with Loki yet. Maybe one will, maybe it won't, but I do have demon stuff planned in October, especially with it being Halloween. Put on weight isn't my hack. Put on weight isn't my Hero Academia Black Clover crossover the same as my Hero Academia Wizards episode that he's already doing? It kinda, but it also ties in demons to it as well. So it's kind of more with. It's like mages, but it's not. If you want to try Inktober or Arttober, depending which one you do, there's no real difference. Just one's doing everything inked, one's doing everything with Halloween theme. Arttober is people have different ones. Some are Halloween themed, some aren't. But the general gist of Arttober is you have a list that maybe goes across 3 genres. So maybe you've got video games, maybe you've got so you have video games, you have comic art, and then you have something like a popular anime series, and then you do it. So you might have Joker from Batman on the comic art. The video game might have Master Chief from Halo, and the anime could be Dragon Ball Z, Vegeta, and then you do that. Welcome back, Omen Heart. Right, so let's add these few bits here, and then we can start thinking about a background. Oh, I'm also looking to do another Cuphead video at some point, so do you guys want Transformers again, or do you want something different? It's not been decided what it would be, but I'm just curious if you guys want a continuation with more Cuphead characters as Transformers, or if you'd like it to be something different, maybe another genre set that we've done on the channel. I think that's pretty much on this bit here. Okay, so here's the fun part. Just have there. Add a new layer. just wanna make a few bits pop a little bit, really. What do you guys think about the hair now? Having a bit of this almost like a fiery effect in it. Cuphead characters as demons? Or Cuphead D&D? Transformers venomized? Mutagen? Ooh. Animatronics? It is a bit like Starfire, but it is quite cool. I might tone it down a little bit, but I think it kind of works. I do need to also add another layer probably above that. Do we want any more symbols to kind of like glow or anything on it? Cuphead and Evangelion. Ooh. Oh, that needs to be on the layer above that. Right, I'm going to have to merge some of these together in order to do what I want to do on the other layers. So okay, so what background were we deciding for the character? What do you reckon? Do we want a reddish colour background? Maybe a bit dark and we can add some generic effects? Or are we going to create something that's actually a scene of some form? A moon base. That makes no sense to the back of a demon character currently, but maybe. In a cave. Omen Heart. I have played Soul Calibur before and I've had a lot of fun with that. My favourite character on the original ones I played was Huan Hung Sung, the one with all the kicks. Tell you what, let's just... I need to sort these out, so... Yeah, that changed colour quick, what I was expecting. And that one needs to be... I might have to just do that as a silly episode, Sailor Moon Venomized. Just as a really random, really stupid, silly episode. I don't like that colour. That's better. And that final layer can be more of a black colour. Just a few sorted bits that could be like that. Oh, hey Nug Boy, welcome to the stream. I appreciate you saying hi and giving a like there. Go for dude, I might do that as a final detail at the end for the symbols glowing. Or asteroids. I got as far as that. I was just going to do a couple of Galahound, it's not finished yet. I'm just throwing in some rough colour, the darker aspects of it, and then throwing in the rest of the stuff in a minute. So we may have it blue, but for now I've kind of gone for the kind of fighting on a battlefield kind of thing. So at the moment it's mainly just a case of sorting out my layers a second to do what I want to do for the other bits. I'm trying to get the idea of kind of like some bones or something on the floor, wherever they are in this demon place or something. Some that's just been slayed or dead for a long time. It's kind of like a lifeless area. But I kind of just want to give the impression of it more than anything else. And then merge that down, duplicate that. It wouldn't make sense for having something of a shadow for our character. So now we can focus more on the background if I merge that down. So what do you want this background colour to be? Because we can make it blue, black, we can make it lighter. Red lightning. So if I went back to that, I'm not sure. What if we made that colour Got some really funky effects with this. What if the sky was black? Maybe. Omenheart, you've got a question. Make Demon Dispersal Division part of the Multiversal Matters canon? Possibly. So if the sky was black, you wouldn't get anything. You'd have to have it. Ooh! Justin, you may have just come up with an awesome idea. What do you guys think of the lightning? I'm liking the colours. I'm just trying to figure out how to get the lightning a bit more. At least as expect. I'll add that back in a minute. I need to condense some layers down a minute to be able to do what we want to do. Single bolt behind her. Possibly. I'll try that in a minute, Minecraft. So Minecraft's saying, do colour dodge, bring that there. Turn that off. Just have a singular. Three years later, lightning's not done. What about that? And then I can. I'm going to try something a second that may ruin this, may make it work. Let me finish before you cry. Right, let's just... Just epic. Wow. I know we were going for red, but what do people think of this? Hey Stephen, welcome to the stream. Do we like it with the blue background or do we want the red background back? Because I think the two I'm looking at the moment. Skip that. There we go. What about this combination of the two? Because this is just, I've just stumbled across this and this is like looking quite nice. I think the only thing I need to do is add something in the foreground which isn't changing it. I just wonder if I got enough layers to do it. So what I need to do then is see if I can go more left. Yes, that works. So what colour do we want from here? Maybe that colour. Have I got another layer? No. Oh, I've got another layer. Need another layer. Cool. Well, that mega changed it from there to there. What do you reckon that? I'm not sure what's left to do. Maybe just slightly bring this back up a little bit. I think that may be our Demon Knight done. Looking at that. I think that looks quite good. Oh, yes, sorry. You are right, Gopher Dude. I did say I would make a glow on the design. So, what colour glow are we having? I suppose the pinky colour that we've got here, maybe. Does it have to be a yellow colour like his eyes? A reddish purple. I'm not sure I can do a reddish. I guess I need to do that. And then I guess I need to go. Like that. Ooh. That was my bad. There we go. I think the character is done. We just need a name. It's pretty much that same colour. Gopher Dude. I use two different colours, but that eye glow there is basically the same as that, just slightly more pinker because it's lower down. Ah. Do you know what else I do need to do though? If I've got a Adler still. Do I have the Adler? No. How am I going to do this? I want to keep the line up. Can I merge those two together? In fact, I'll merge that one down. Pray I haven't lost the hair glow. Cool. Just need to add the Adler. I just realised that I didn't actually update the symbols on the skin to match on her face with that kind of glow. Just for the consistency of the design. Okay, I think this one's finished for this. Rainer. Okay, so we've got a first name, so what's the surname? Yeah, we just need to know this. Dionico. Rainer Tempest. We could just leave it as Rainer, because I mean we've got Loki as the cult master. Maybe the demons underneath his branch or his ring, underneath his sort of like closest echelon, may only have a certain name that we know them by, not their real name. Be honest, Koi, that's just because there's a hurricane coming. Well, we got Rainer now, so Rainer Azeroth Roth. Do we have any ideas for a surname that everyone's happy with, or should we just leave it as Rainer for now and then... Maybe we should just leave it as Rainer for now and then have that. And I'll just... make a save of that. And get a couple of JPEGs. This is the fun bit. So Dempsey, you know how she's a well-trusted knight? Cola should be another knight. Cola, is that another one of your cats by any chance? Go for dude. Alright, so I just need to take that off. That and that. PNG. Yeah, if I don't do this now, I'm going to forget to do this for this one. But yeah, that's our character for the stream done. Rainer the Demon Knight, which has come out rather well. I'm quite pleased with that. That background's come out rather cool as well. And we finished pretty much on the 2-hour mark, which is a first. You guys got any more questions or anything else or something, or are we missing anything on this? I suppose that's the question. Are we missing anything on this picture? While you guys are doing that, I'm just going to do a quick check or something. Just realised the music's been going with no adverts completely, and it's because it's like a 6-hour long music piece that we've been listening to for the last few bits, which is quite cool. So let's in case you guys are wondering, I've got a second screen here. That's what I'm looking at. Dempsey, you should do games venomized like Doomguy, Master Chief and Samus. Possibly. That would be quite cool. I did them as demons, so venomized version would be really cool. I'll update the thumbnail as well for this, so I think this picture looks awesome. Thinking this one's probably going to have to be one that we stick on channel merch when we actually get there. That'd be quite cool. So 14 away from 2,000. We will hit that definitely this side of Christmas. I'm hoping by the end of next week. Yeah, Minecraft. You might have missed that in the last stream. We she kind of makes it out of cross between thin air with the ability to just get them to appear and disappear, but we never really established where that comes from as such, which is kind of a kind of an interesting one. But yeah, well, if we think we've pretty much got this sorted, then guys, then I guess we could. You continue to get traction based off my polls. Most likely, Koi, I was just going to have a look at that to see how that's doing actually, and whoa. Yeah, I've got 597 on the screen I'm looking at. That's insane. Well, there's definitely going to be another Cuphead video because at least 88% of that have said yes, they want one. The dragon head is a portal to an armory. That could be quite cool. Maybe it could open its mouth and then that's the portal. I just want to make sure I got this down. That's quite cool. Yeah, Friday's video is, as I said, My Hero Academia, so that's going to be a fun one. Mondays, haven't quite decided yet, and next Friday will be the community redraw at the end of the month. So that's the plan of video releases. And yeah, well, thank you guys for just voted on the poll. What did you vote for, Gopher dude? Was it the devil says no? Or was it one of the other ones? Alright, I guess I will put a poll out. Buy that kind of artistic kid. Koi Fish Gaming. I love the devil the most, but if you do Salt Baker, oh my god. Mugman and Salt Baker will be in the next Cuphead video. Those two are definitely going in it. I don't know if I do any of the characters that I've done on the Cuphead Transformers, because it might be something different. But I'll try and pick different characters. Maybe Cuphead will be in it, I'm not sure, but I'll try and pick different characters to make it a bit more interesting when I do that video. They all go down really well, especially Salt Baker. He seems to be a favourite. Miss Chalice will probably be in it as well, potentially, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do 3 characters or more characters, or what I'm going to do yet. I just know those are my 3 top runners for a couple Cuphead videos. But yeah, thanks for joining the stream, everybody, and I will catch you all in Friday's video. And the next stream, I will put a poll out in the community post for what we do or what we draw. But if we hit 2k, I know Steven's definitely got a few crossover things to do. Suggestions, and there's one crossover suggestion that I might do when we hit 2k, but I will put that out in the poll in the next few days. But anyway, thank you all for watching the stream, and I will see you all next time.